Oh, bloody hell, I'm talking to myself then. Now then, people, welcome back to the Just Joe football show. Oh, man, well, big shock. Big shock. Can't lie to you. One of them where you go for the thumbnail and all that jazz. Damn, that's a long intro. Some people will just always complain, Stephen, won't they? Some people will always just complain. It's 1 minute, man. What's 1 minute of your life, broski? Listen, look. We'll get into the news and then I'll give you my opinion on it. But Hamfaith will be raging, won't he? Which is, of course, Mr. Chris Wilder. Which now makes sense why he had his outburst just a couple of days ago. If you remember, he called it Mickey Mouse stuff. He brought up Jayden Bogle. This is because this was happening as well. Because if you think about it, that was only just a couple of days ago. When the Bogle deal went through, we seemed to be okay with it when he was doing interviews, didn't really say out about Jayden Bogle. Then he started shouting his mouth off again. Now it makes sense as to why. And he's calling it Mickey Mouse stuff and that. Yeah. Leeds United have apparently bid for Gus Hamer. Somewhere in the region of around about 13 million, which is positive. Very, very positive. I mean, if you were able to pull off a deal like this, it'd be huge, absolutely huge. We're going to have a look at some numbers as well while we're at it, folks. But yeah, we will be there. I'm just making sure I've got everything I need to go through it all. There's one for you. Sunderland have had a bid of around about 5 million. For Leicester forward Tom Cannon, Norwich, Stoke and Sheffield United also expected to make offers ahead of Friday's deadline. Dead striker. Leicester, didn't they pay 10 million for him last summer and now selling him for 5? Or have I just made that up? But yeah, I mean, Leicester in the mud, it's fun. It's fun, innit? It is very, very fun. Right, what I do want to share with you first and foremost is just this, right? Again, I'm not taking shots here directly at the 49ers. We've been there and done that. I'm pretty relaxed about it now. But this has been published by GameState, which shows with 4 days until the transfer window left, a look at activity in the Championship. In terms of purchases, there's been a total of 186 million, sales of 420, of which Leeds United make 140 million pounds worth up of that. Net sales in total, obviously, where that's your outgoings, ingoings taken off one another. Biggest net spenders have been Borough, biggest net sellers Leeds United with 118 million banked, as we've only spent 21.9. So there is cash there, but obviously of that 118 million, about 70 odd of that was owed, I believe, this year to transfer sales. The accounts will come out soon enough, but there is still enough money sloshing about, and we have up to this point spent 21.9 million. So there is still money available, and as we know, we are still in the market for a midfielder, a winger, and a backup left back. Now, if you were, look, Daniel Farke has said on a number of occasions he would prefer permanent signings. Could this now, because you're looking at Solomon on a loan, yes, it's still not done. Yes, there still might be financial things going on between two clubs. You've got two shrewd operators, tough operators. I remember West Ham saying over the Somerville deal that the 49ers made them sign NDA and stuff, and that's not something they've ever had to deal with previously. So, anyway, 49ers move in a bit of a mad way. But two difficult operators, so maybe that's why it's taking a little bit longer than expected. We all know what Daniel Levy is like. But if you are bringing in Solomon on a loan, a player of that quality in on a loan, that leaves you with quite a lot of money to then maybe go and look at the centre midfield position, because I think we can all agree the left back's okay being a loan because he's not going to be starting. Now, according to Danny Hall, now I believe because this is the Sheffield Star and they all work under the same umbrella, maybe, like Leeds Live, Sheffield Live, all these sort of stuff. I'm assuming this can be corroborated pretty quickly by the YEP. So hopefully that'll be done whilst we're live. I'd imagine they'll ask questions because local journals, all that sort of stuff. Maybe I'm wrong. But we'll go through this story first and foremost. We'll then get into your comments and I'll give you my opinion on it. Please do, before we go any further though, smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel. Get your comments in. Hit that notification bell, all that jazz. Remember, notifications need to be on because, I'm in the house till Friday. So if anything happens, we're like, bam, bam, right in the kisser, bam, right in the kisser. So let's have a look. So exclusive, Sheffield United reject transfer offer from Leeds United for key man after million miles away verdict. That's according to Chris Wilder. Exclusive story. Says Sheffield United reject Leeds United bid for former Coventry City key man after million miles away verdict. Sheffield United have rejected a derisory offer from local rivals Leeds United for key man Gus Hamer recently, the Star can reveal. The West Yorkshire side had already signed Bogle from Bramall Lane earlier in the summer and returned with a bid for the former Coventry City man ahead of Friday's 11 p.m. transfer deadline. Hamer was a big money signing last summer after the departure of Sander Berge and was named United's player of the season during his debut Premier League campaign, starting the new championship season with 2 goals and an assist in his first 3 games after relegation. Speaking earlier today, Blades boss Chris Wilder said that his side had fielded 2 recent offers, one that wasn't far away and another one that was million miles away. So straight away with this one, folks, I go, well, which one are we? Because a figure of 30 million's mentioned. And if he's saying that's million miles away, no disrespect, what's Gus Hamer actually worth? Because if that's a million miles away, believe me when I say they're not getting anywhere close to what we got for like a Cree. Do you know what I mean? I'm not expecting release clause numbers of Rutter and Gray at 40 million. But is Gus Hamer, after a good season in the Premier League, worth a million miles away from 13 million? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Like, I just look at that and go, is one of... Because he's basically said there's been 2, right? He's been 2, and one of them's not a million miles away. So, I mean, his market value, according to Transfermarkt's, 15 million euros, which is probably roughly around about the 30 million, I assume. But I will get to the chat in a second, but I just wanted to put me 2 penneth in on that. But yeah, so said that fielded 2 recent transfer offers. What that also tells me as well, folks, much like we're seeing from Burnley, that this saga on Hamer's far from over. And even if we don't go back in for a bid, and even if the player is not for us, there is surely a club that's getting close, because he's said that, right? We've fielded 2 transfer offers, one that wasn't far away, one that's another million miles away. So that gives me confidence as a Leeds United fan to say, well, he's going to go, or someone's knocking at the door and someone's getting close. Yeah. The article goes on to state, we now understand the latter to refer to Hamer, with the Dutchman seen as a key part of the Blades promotion push to get back to the Premier League at the first attempt, and have been told that the offer was around about 13 million. But which one? Is that the million miles away one? Or is that the one that's not too far away? Hamer's release clause recently expired after his move from the CBS Arena last summer, and speculation about his future is unlikely to go away as the clock ticks down to Friday's 11 p.m. deadline. Goes on to say teammates Ahmed Hodzic, Vinny Souza, who, by the way, I've been very impressed with, Oliver Arblaster are also players in demand, although Wilder is keen to keep his squad together. Unlucky. And add to it if possible. Unlucky. Speaking ahead of tomorrow's night's League Cup tie to neighbours Barnsley, where his side will be backed by a sold-out allocation of 5,000. Wilder said, I've been honest and upfront and realistic all at the same time regarding us as a club. If bids do come for players, they have to be considered, and I don't know what to expect over the next 4 or 5 days. He's bricking it. He's bricking it. There have been a couple of bids for players. One was pretty close and another was a million miles off. If and when decisions on players get made by the board, then I'll get notified and we have to have a plan and be ready. It's a bit of me looking into the future and trying to see who potentially might go. So one to watch. On the Gus Hamer chat, I find it very unlikely that Sheffield United will want to do business with us, but we did manage to get Jayden Bogle, right? I think with this league, they don't have a choice, really. When a bid's made, that's going to... I mean, the owner, I don't know what's going on with the ownership situation. Prince Abdul, is it? Prince Abdul? I I don't know what's going on with the ownership situation. And as we've seen with previous owners, if big money's put your way, they will sell, right? They will sell regardless of who it is. That's the way I see it. I'd just love to know if this £13 million bid is the one that's a million miles away, or of Leeds United, is the 13 million not attributed to, it's not really clear, but is that 13 million not attributed to Leeds United, and Leeds United took the piss and said he is 7 or something? Do you know what I mean? Because surely the 13, I don't know. You'll have to... I want to get the temperature in the chat. There is over 1,000 people here. Big up to you all. If you haven't already liked the video for me, we've got 205. Make sure you subscribe to the channel as well. They didn't rate Bogle. Yes, they did rate Bogle. If you believe Sheffield United, the powers that be at Sheffield United didn't rate Bogle, then you're smoking. The fans might, but yes, of course they rated Bogle. They wanted to keep Bogle. How official is this with Leeds? We never know. Well, it's come from the Sheffield Star, so we have to just take what they're telling us at this moment in time as gospel. We will have to wait and see. It's not come from the Leeds United side. Daryl Scott said, smash those likes. Thanks for the great work, Joe. Thank you as always. Right, let's see what the chat's saying. Dominic Martin said, Hamer's worth today, this week, 4 days away from deadline day, 20 to 25 million. Just pay him 20. I mean, we're not going to pay them 20. And I don't think he's worth that much, personally. I don't. That's far too much. Definitely not. Just pay him 20 million and strengthen ourselves whilst at the same time weakening one of our strongest rivals. Yeah, definitely not. Cov get a big chunk of any fee that's paid. This makes no sense for Sheffield United. If our bid is close to him, it should up the bid at all cost. Rowe has gone. Yeah, I think he's gone, hasn't he? Scott says, unless... Well, we don't know what our offer is, do we? And I'm assuming it'll be corroborated by the Leeds journalists soon enough, I'd imagine. Let's see what's being said. Does scream panic, to be honest? Nah, not for me. What, Gus Hamer screams panic? Nah, definitely not. The 3 teams that came down are in the mud. It's gonna listen. I told you it's a shit league. Leeds are gonna dick it. Leeds are gonna run away with it. No disrespect, right? But Burnley have lost so many good players, and I seen someone on Twitter saying Burnley are doing bits. If you believe that bringing in Hannibal, Antony, and who was the other one? Hannibal, Antony. There was another one. Hannibal, Antony. Who's the other one? Basically, it's dead EFL business. It's Scott Parker FC. Let them do the thing. Defo worth 20 million. Anything more is a bit of a stretch. Yeah, I wouldn't. Sarmiento, again. These are players that I said I would take in January. Sarmiento being one. These are players that will be squad fillers, unless they are just squad fillers at Burnley. But Nixon confirms bid. Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. What's he actually... He chats beans, that guy, doesn't he? He definitely chats beans. Where I don't have Nixon. Someone will have to send it me. Joe, when they cook... Oh, mate, I always get clipped. I'm not asked, Damar. I'm not asked. Genuinely, it's YouTube. It comes with the territory, unfortunately. I'm not going to stop changing my opinion and be worried about saying this or that because of this or that. Do you know what I mean? We get a lot of that. I'm not saying I'm this, but I do just want to... I'm not saying... Just say it as you see it. Just speak with your chest. Do you know what I mean? You know I'll always speak with my chest when it comes to Leeds United. Anyway, Leeds United, they're going to dick the league. It is what it is. We had the same last season, though, with Leicester and Ipswich and all that, and we didn't go up, so... do you think we'll go back in with another bid? I'm not too sure. I don't think we'll get him. Like, this is my opinion on it. I don't think we'll get Gus Hamer. I think... I tell you what I am taking as a positive, though, is that someone was close. Someone was close, which means they're probably going to go back. And you take Gus Hamer out of that side, and that just landed in the imaginary bin behind me. Like, get in the bin. Well, yeah, but we don't know what that release clause was, do we? We don't know what that release clause is. It doesn't smack of panic to me, Jamie. Not trying for Gus Hamer. Not for me. Newcastle after Burnley's keeper. Yeah. Justin, I'm not arsed, mate, at this point. Come on. I'm not arsed, bro. Like, trying to earn a living. It should be every 30 minutes. It's not that deep. I'm going to stop engaging with them now because it does me fucking tits in and knocks me off my stride. Graham has confirmed it, has he? Let's have a look. Let's see what Graham's... Well, he's gave it the retweet, hasn't he? He's gave it the retweet as Graham, which you'd imagine is a seal of approval. I'd imagine it's a seal of approval. Sheffield United in crisis, Burnley in crisis, Luton in crisis. I mean, Luton are in the bottom three. Luton are in the bottom three, is what it is. This week will be nuts. Yeah. Same. Getting on mine. Seasiders TV says, humble pie t-shirt, gonna look ace. gotta hit that money yet first. Gotta hit that money, bro. Oh, Adam Pope. And anyone know if you can buy Mango Kart? I don't know what that is. I was hoping we were gonna get some... yeah, I don't know. I thought he was gonna. They're wanting 30 million. They're not gonna get 30 million, are they? They're not gonna get 30 million. Sheffield United paid 17.3. Is that euros or millions? If it's euros, mate, they paid for Archer. They've had to sell him back. They've paid for many players. Ultimately, they're now in the Championship. Do you know what I mean? These are the facts. Yeah, he's not worth 30, is he? Jamie thinks it's not a serious bid. Lee Pitts, our blaster is... Just on this then, Lee, what do you think is... What do you think's a realistic price for Hamer? Just out of interest. Because that'd be... If it like 20, 25... Big up, Joe, thank you. Yeah. Legend, mate. Joining news on Aaron's. It's so funny how that cookie crumbled. It's so funny how that cookie crumbled because JT was like, oh, Joe's confirmed it and that after I wound him up. And then it ended up... And then he was scrambling today trying to take credit. He was trying to take the credit back off me even though I didn't want the credit in the first place. So funny, man. Nixon says we will pay 30 million. Sheffield United want Mickey Johnson as a replacement. I'm not sure. Mickey Johnson as a replacement. I mean, he's a winger. He's more of a winger, Mickey Johnson, if I remember rightly, on the left-hand side. I don't see that. But is that what Nixon's saying? Has he got a screenshot of that on his Patreon? Well, this is my point, Vega. That was where this comes from for me. It has to, because the outburst the other day about Mickey Mouse stuff, about making players, what did he say? Like making them uncertain and not wanting to be there and all that sort of stuff. He called it Mickey Mouse stuff. But that was 6 weeks after we signed Bogle. It made no sense whatsoever. Well, now you know Leeds United have inquired, and that's where that outburst came from. It had to. Otherwise, it didn't make sense at the time. And I just thought he was just trying to stoke the fire. But he obviously was pissed, right? 1 second. Oh, mate, honestly, the playing game does me tits in. I agree, JB. It should be ours there for the taking. All gone quiet on the signings we were talking about. Which ones, bro? Elland back says 18 million, 15 to 18, 15 million. Yes, R.I.P. to Sven. I can't help but go Sven, Goran Eriksson. Do you remember that England tune? Up to 18 million with add-ons. That is crazy, by the way, as well. Obligation to buy on promotion, 10 million for Jadon Anthony. Terrible deal. And that one was pushed by Parker. It actually says in the thing, Parker move. So Parker's gone big on that. Burnley are like, don't. Stay away from it, people. Stay away from it. I don't see it. I never seen it. I know he did well at Bournemouth under Parker, but yeah, Gus Hamer. Everyone's like buzzing about this, but I just can't. Oh, here we go. Someone sent me it. Legends. Here we go. Someone sent me the Alan Nixon stuff. Thank you very much for that. There we go, Ryan. You're a legend. I'll drop you a follow, mate. Right, okay. Here we go. This is what Mr. Nixon's had to say. Leeds United want to sign midfield wizard Gus Hamer from promotion rivals Sheffield United. The Elland Road club are willing to pay $13 million for the Blade star, but have been told to increase their offer. Hamer had a fixed price clause in his contract that kicked in after relegation. He could have left for the same money paid to Coventry a year ago. Okay, so around about 18 million. But that get-out chance has now expired, so it will take a bigger bid to land him. Blades do not want to lose him, but have plans in place if he goes. They have set up a move for Celtic's Mickey Johnston. 30 million is insulting. 30. Well, he's put £30 there. Oh, feck off, dirty tramps. If I was him, I'd be laughing themselves, and their plan is now try and throw a bit of financial weight around numbers. Why would Hamer be laughing? Basically, what I'll say in any... My man's gone mad. He's put... Oh, UTB, I thought it was up the Borough, but it'll be up the Blades, won't it? Just on that, though, like... why would Hamer won't be asked? Hamer will be down for the move, otherwise I don't even think a conversation had been had. Like, maybe Leeds weren't willing to pay 18, but believe they can get somewhere close to that with a down payment and obligations and stuff. You just don't know, do you? You just don't know. We'll have to wait and see. It's going to be a good week, man. I'm actually buzzing. I'm actually buzzing. There you go. Big up to Boss Nasty. Says, just for the chat, Boss Nasty, I changed my name because I'm doing content now around my local non-league team. There you go. Check out Boss Nash channel. Seasiders TV. Check it out. What's this say here? My mate Ryan's just said, if they bring Hamer, I'll wear Parag pyjamas. I think we all will. Like, this is the thing. Like, I was speaking to Connor earlier on the channel, as you know, and he said, like, they might pull rabbits out of a hat, but Mickey Johnston is the target and possibly a swap deal with Trusty. What? Not Hamer as a... Right. Not Hamer as a swap deal for Johnson, right? Remember, Hamer was at Elland Road for Pompey game, hopefully. Yeah, I think with that, though, he was just there to see his mate. But you never know. Leeds United might have had a little chat, mightn't they? Yeah. Michael Rabbits just tagged me in Tiff Meister. Tiff Meister's give it the seal of approval. Gus Hamer has the same agency as Nonto. Don't mean shit. What does that mean? Yeah, I haven't had a chance to watch it. Someone's just sent it me, and I'd love to share it. But I'll have a watch of it. But yeah, he'll be buzzing with that water. Off a Bogle in exchange, says El. So is Wilder suggesting? I don't know what he was saying. You know, I just don't know what he was saying. But yeah, well, according to them, yeah. But what I will say, I don't know what our bid is, right? I'd love the YEP to maybe speak and try and corroborate such stories. They have retweeted it. We don't know if ours is the 13 million. Maybe ours is the 13 million, and that. But they've said one was close, one was a million miles away. So which one were we? Do you know what I mean? And how much was the 13 million the one that was million miles away, or was that one close? So we'll have to wait and see when more will be revealed. I think the most thing that's got me excited is the fact that we're having or putting in bids for these players. That's exciting for me. That makes me go, okay. And I'm actually quite relaxed. This day has started calm. And it's mad because if you think really, like, we've still not got Solomon, but I genuinely am just full of calm right now. And that's a good thing. And this is another exciting little avenue, isn't it? Like, we still want another attacker. I think it'll be Solomon still. That deal's not off yet. We've not had anyone saying deal close to being done or whatever. I think it'll get done. We then have still money because we've only paid for Laji Ramazani, right? Say we as we went on earlier on. Our net sales are mental, 118 million, based on buys against what we've sold. So there's still money there. And if you're going to go get a left-back loan, then that means you can spend big on your rate. What does it mean as well in terms of Ljubicic? Like, was Ljubicic always a backup potential? I'm not sure. It is a bit strange, because, like, had the bid for Ljubicic been accepted earlier on in the window, like, surely something's happened where maybe Hamer's camp or something have said, look, this can happen, you know. For us to walk away from Ljubicic, I mean, obviously we'd all prefer Hamer, but it's like a bit mad where we've been interested there. And it might mean we thought, do you know what, fuck it, because we've been able to get Solomon in, we've received 40, we're going to be able to get Solomon in at nowhere near what we'd have to pay for someone of his quality on a loan, then that leaves us with more cash. So why don't we go a little bit more ambitious than Ljubicic, potentially? I think Leeds may be better off splashing out on a cam. I don't think we'll get a 10. Rather than take a chance on Solomon. We already have winger options, Salai, Kibal, Pavel Suic for me. Pavel Such, I'm not sure. I think we don't need a 10. Well, I'd like us to get a specialist 10, but I don't think the club will with the options that we'll have if Solomon comes in. Solomon's also played centrally. Nonto can play centrally. Aronson showed us he can play centrally. And then we have Ramazani, we have James, and all them other players can also play on the wings as well, not forgetting Pirro. So I don't think we'll go for the 10. We want 2 attackers, and if Solomon is that, with Ramazani in the door, go get the 8, you know? Go get the 8. Yeah, that's a good point, mate. We'll have to wait and see. We will wait and see. I know, it's gone fuming, hasn't it? 13 million? We'll want 30 quid. Oh, you can have it. You can have it, mate. Don't worry about that. There you go, says Scott. Is that their version of Wacko? No, that was the patron for Alan Nixon, I think. Can't see it at... Bloody hell, Matty, why are you not back in the Niners? You should be coming on going, Niners, I'll get this done. Farker's first touch. In other news, if you haven't yet watched the Oxford goal, there you go. Oh, it was Chip Shot, was it? Oh, I thought that was somewhere else. Offer them 10 million plus Bamford, imagine. Brewster was there too. That is the craziest deal you ever made, isn't it? That. What did you say? No, this isn't from the Sun, bro. It's from the Sheffield Star. The bearded peacock. It's from the Sheffield Star, the local journalist, not from the Sun, bro. At the start of this month, we were gagging to get Hamer if the chance presented itself. Just lay down 20 million to get him. If not, outbid. But I think we won't want to spend 20 million. I don't think we will. Yeah. No, Saturday, bro. We play Saturday. I don't mind this time. Yeah, exactly, mate. They've given it a quick little retweet. So, do you think we're the ones that have offered the 13, mate? Yeah. I'll have to wait and see. Offer Bamford in exchange. Yeah, that's never going to happen, is it? This guy, Fabrizio's not our guy in the Champo, folks. He's not our guy in the Champo. I don't know where that... Is that definite? Oh, hang on, Graham's tweeted. Quad a site. Oh, no. 1 second. Leeds see 13... Right, okay, so yeah. According to Leeds United News now, which will be Kyle Newbold, I think, who, yeah, he does like the aggregator stuff. He says Leeds have made a surprise late summer move for him, with reports suggesting that submitted so the 13 is million miles away then. The 13 is million miles away. But they did say that someone bid that was closer to, so maybe they are wanting closer to 20. As I said, the release clause, according to the Sheffield Star, or according to Nixon, which you have to take Nixon with a pinch of salt, has said that the release clause was set at about 18. 17, 18, so they'll want more than that. So it is probably 20. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Jeff says, don't go to bed just yet. It's not even 7. Exactly. Yeah, Joe, exactly. Hamer was a great player for us at Cov. Good luck to him up. Leeds buy him so Cov can finish higher than Traitor O'Hare's team. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? And that'd be sweet, you know, where Hamer's, what's his face said, yeah, you know, Gus was telling me to come all week. Damar said it's 17 to 18 million they want. I don't think we'll pay that. I genuinely don't think we'll pay anywhere close to that. If I'm honest, 15 million plus 5 if we go up. Maybe they can try engineer it that way, but we'll have to wait and see what transpires. And this news actually surprised me and shocked me. Yeah, I'm really taken aback by it, but actually happy with it. It stinks of a wee try deal. I'm away from that, man. I'm away from that now, and you know I'm pretty calm about it right now. Tell you what, now my beard's longer, it ain't half itchy. Seems incredibly ambitious. Nah, there's so little time left. I don't believe in any of this, by the way, because deals can be done on the final day. They get done on the final day. They do. Deadline day deals. Do you know? Oh, I know, yeah. I know, Remy, I know. So, now, this is a thing, though. I think Nixon's got a lot wrong this summer when it comes to Leeds United, if I'm honest. We can't just say, like, just pay it. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see, won't we? We'll have to wait and see. Yeah, exactly. Rafinha, deadline day deal. Look how that turned out. Like, so I don't agree with... Of course, you would rather the deals done early, all that sort of stuff. But when we say this, they've left it too late. They haven't. It's fucking Monday. The window shuts on Friday. If someone went and smacked 20 million, like people are saying, are they going to go, nah, you're going to have to give us a week or so to think about this one? Nah, they're going to go, look, we've had 20 million. We're going to have to let him speak to them. Onto agent, right, boom. This is why a lot of the time personal terms are already agreed. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, and like your man says, what's his face, Chris Wilder, what did he call it? What did he call us now? Why is my memory so shit? Clown tactics or whatever he said, I can't remember. Definitely, but we definitely... Look, I've given you my opinion. I don't think we'll get him, by the way. And I think we'll end up with a lesser option. But what it does show is that Leeds United having Mickey Mouse, that was it, Mickey Mouse tactics. It does show us that Leeds United have money. Leeds United are still looking. We've got Ljubicic there as well. If you can... Like, what I would say in response to this as well, if anybody's, like, sharpening the knives, which is fair, we can easily say, well, you now can get Ljubicic because the money's there, you know? So the money's there to go and get that player. So do it, you know? I'd let Voba go, yeah. I'm not asked about him if I'm being totally honest. When do you think Solomon gets annoyed? Did you mean announced or I don't care when he gets annoyed. Nah, Jay Smith. Nah. Not going to lie, still don't fancy Ljubicic. Why? I do. I think he'd be good. Yes, that's triple captained Haaland. I'm in a bit of a nightmare situation about this weekend, though. Not much on the bench and all that sort of stuff, but that's for another day. Mickey Mouse tactics, that's it. We're not playing Mickey Mouse tactics, we're playing hardball tactics. This is normal now. Normal practice. Listen, I don't want to keep you all night. Not going to squeeze an hour out of this or anything. There'll be many other content creators reacting to this news and that as well, I'd imagine. It's 7 o'clock. But listen, I'd love to say I probably will speak to you tomorrow, but you just never know. And you know your boy. That's why you've got to have notifications on. Don't matter the time, we will be there. We will be there. Yeah, so just get them notifications smashed and be ready. Because like I say, anything could happen. could get corroborated tonight, and then it'd be like Leeds have put in more bids. I love the end of the window. It has been a very tough last few weeks, but we're at the business end now. I'm excited. Anyway, there's 1,700 of you. Amazing to see. Smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, get your comments in, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you in a bit, folks.